Welcome to the Tinley Creek Trail System, South. Good morning, everybody. I'm coming to you this morning from the town of Oak Forest, Illinois. It is at this location that we're going to check out the remaining trails here in the Tinley Creek Trail System. So in one of our previous videos, we had done the red loop here at Tinley Creek Forest Preserve. We also checked out the connection that made its way to the Calsag Trail. We checked out the side trail here and this green trail here. This is where we stopped. So at this point, we're at Yankee Woods, which is right over here. So there is, according to all trails, about 25 more miles of trails to go. That's with backtracking on a lot of them. So what we're going to do today is do the purple loop here. We're going to do this yellow trail. We're going to come right back up to where we were the last time we were in this area. Then we're going to make our way down into here. It looks like some of these are unpaved, and the yellow, purple, and blue look to be paved. And then there's a little unpaved segment here that'll get us into Midlothian Meadows. And also, unconnected from everything else, there is a 3.6 mile loop right off of Vollmer Road and Flossmoor Road, right next to Crawford Avenue. It looks like it's a paved loop that's 3.6 miles. They consider it part of the Tinley Creek Trail System, but it's not at all connected to it. I'm not a huge fan when Cook County does this. It should stand on its own as its own separate trail, but they're considering it part of the trail system here. So we're gonna, after we do all of the trails in here, I'm gonna pack up the bike. We're gonna drive to wherever this is down here, do the 3.6 mile loop, and then start making my way back home. This map here is from July 2004, not the most up to date. In fact, one of the things I realized while I was editing the video for the Tinley Creek, which is one of the videos I'm working on currently, is that now the red loop goes on this side of the lake here and then connects back up and goes down. It doesn't go around this side of the lake anymore. All right, let's check this out on all trails. So as you can see, we parked down here at Yankee Woods. They have a decent sized parking lot here. They got a couple of porta potties. They have garbage cans and picnic tables. I don't see anything sheltered though, but according to the sign, there is something sheltered here. So maybe it's just further down because I just parked in the group of cars over here. We're right here at Yankee Woods, and we're gonna pick up, looks like what this is the purple loop that goes around George W. Dunn National Golf Course. I guess that's what this whole area in here is. And it looks like a trail goes completely around it, and according to the sign here, it is paved. So hopefully that's nice and smooth. We're gonna check out this offshoot yellow trail over here. We're gonna revisit the connection from the last time we were in the area. We stopped right over here, so we'll get back to that area over here and then start exploring in here before I have to move the car. As of right now, it's 74 degrees, which means it's 20 degrees cooler than it was when me and my wife were here a couple weeks ago. That was a really hot day. I would have liked to have been able to come out and do the entire ride here in one shot, but it was just too hot and too sweaty. So we decided to split it up into two separate sections. So that's what brings me back to the area today. So I'm excited to check out this whole area right in here that I haven't checked out yet. So let's get started. Just as I was about to take off and got the bike turned around, I did find the sheltered picnic area, which is right through the trees over there. It's probably gonna be pretty hard to see, but there is in fact a sheltered picnic area in Yankee Woods over here, so keep that in mind.
Did you know that the Tinley Creek Trail System takes visitors over gently rolling hills, through prairies and forests, and alongside wetlands and ravines?
You're watching Cynical Zombie. Join us as we explore bike trails all over Illinois, Wisconsin, and beyond.
Did you know that the George W. Dunn National Golf Course, located in southwest suburban Oak Forest, is recognized by Golf Digest as one of the top public courses? It offers the unique features of bent grass fairways and greens, 8 lakes, which come into play on 11 of the course's 18 holes, tree-lined fairways, and an abundance of wildlife.
All right, so we made it to the northwest corner here of the Purple Loop. Right over here is where my wife and I were just a couple weeks ago on that 94-degree day. So we made it down to here, and then we turned around and then finished off the red loop. So I just wanted to show you guys that. So at this point, we're going to backtrack just slightly so we could pick up the rest of the loop and start making our way south. All right, well, as you could see, I made a right and followed the yellow trail off of the Purple Loop here. So we're at Breman Grove now. Right over here, we do have a decent sized parking lot. They do have restrooms, the real kind, and not porta potties. They have a sheltered picnic area here. Pretty cool. Also, as you saw, there is a off-leash dog park area that we just passed. This whole area in here is that. So we're just going to turn around, make our way back. There was a little side trail that was not on all trails, so I don't know where it goes. It might just go to a parking lot, but it splits off of the yellow trail somewhere. So we're going to check that out too. All right, so we've finished up the purple loop, that yellow side trail, and that little bitty trail that just took you to that one side street. So at this point, we're back at Yankee Woods. According to the bike, 5.3 miles so far. So it looks like we're gonna continue on in this direction here. That should be the blue trail. So we're gonna pick that up and explore what we could see in there. So let's check it out. All right, so we made it to the end of this little side trail, the green trail. As you could see, it's closed going further this way. I'm not sure if there's intention on them continuing it at some point or not, but you're definitely not getting through there. So at this point, we're just gonna turn around, make our way back to that blue trail that we were on, and see what's over that way. All right, so it looks like we've reached the point where we hit some of the unpaved trails here. You can look down this way. There is an unpaved trail also this way. It looks like if I go right, it gets into a loop and then comes back around, and then I'll make my way back to this intersection. Then I could check out this trail here, which looks like is on the other side of Yankee Woods, and I'll be able to do this little loop here and make my way back before I hop on the blue paved trail again, which is what we're riding right here. So let's go this way first and then see what we got over there, and then turn around and make our way back right back to here. Well, hey, on the bright side, the little tunnel here is lit, so that's nice. On the downside, we have gotten a fair amount of rain recently, and it looks like it has not dried up from this area yet. So I'm not exactly sure how deep this is here, but I'm assuming it's not any more deep than anywhere else on this. So what I'm going to try and do is make my way slowly but surely through that so we could get to the other side. So that way we could do this loop and make our way back through. So hopefully I won't end up regretting it. The trail to my right is the yellow trail that still leads to the brown loop. The trail to my left is the orange spur. The orange spur is a short trail that'll take you to Lockwood Avenue. You can also see the blue spur, but it looks like that trail ends up in private property. Neither of those trails were in the all trails map I was following. All right, looks like we've come across a little side trail here. Looks like there's a parking lot here, so you have parking lot access. I don't see a porta potty or anything, but I do see a picnic table, though nothing sheltered. We're going to continue heading on this way over here. It looks like at some point we're going to be able to make our loop and then turn around and come back. That was definitely pretty steep. I'm having vibes of Sag Valley Forest Preserve all over again. I wasn't expecting a whole heck of a lot of hills, though there are definitely some in this area. So we've reached the very bottom of the loop, so I'm just going to head around this way, come around, and make my way right back to this point. All right, so as you saw, I stopped at the bridge here. The GoPros needed battery changing. This area here is, I would definitely classify as a horse trail that happens to let you ride on it if you choose to. So keep that in mind. If I were in this area again, I probably wouldn't do this unless I was with somebody who wanted to. But you know, otherwise the paved trail seems pretty smooth. And then when you get down to this area here, obviously this reminds me very much of certain sections of Sag Valley Forest Preserve. But again, it looks like some of these trails are geared more towards horses than they are bikes. So it's obviously easier for a hiker to be on a horse trail than a bicyclist to be on a horse trail. Some of this area here definitely makes you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, but you could hear plenty of traffic. I could also hear some planes above us. But otherwise, if you're in the mood for adventure, definitely check this out. I was able to make it through. If you come on a drier day or not after a bunch of torrential rain, I would imagine that the tunnel would not be flooded in that little spot, although it's not incredibly flooded. I was still able to make it on my 4x26 fat tires, so that's good. But at this point, hop back on the bike and continue to make our way and then check out the other side of this unpaved trail system here. All right, so we made it out of that equestrian area. Ride that section here at your own risk. If you have a bike that can handle it, I mean, it's definitely worth checking out. I just don't know if I would ever check it out again unless I was with somebody who wanted to. So at this point, there is another area which I suspect is also very equestrian based on the horse shit I see right over here.
Horse shit!
And the 6 or 7 horses that just crossed here as I pulled up. So my original plan was to do this right here. I'm actually not going to do that just yet. I'll come back because I'm going to check out these 2 areas here and then come right back and then I'll do it. I just saw, like I said, like 6 or 7 horses or whatever just made the turn. So I'll just let them do their thing. It doesn't look like it's very long, so maybe by the time I'm done with all of this, they will be done with this, and then I could just ride it without bothering anybody or bothering any horses. I don't have a problem passing a horse or 2, especially when they know I'm coming, and obviously I ride very slow and I try to be as respectful as I possibly can. But in a situation where there's that many horses, I might as well just let them go because I'm in no hurry and I could do this section first. So let's go on the paved trail this way and then just see what we got, see what all this is.
At this point, there are trails on both sides of this street. What I end up doing is finishing the Tinley Creek Blue Paved Trail by continuing north. But I still have to cross Route 50, and there isn't a crosswalk there. So crossing right here is going to be the safer way to cross. The trail on the east side isn't as good of a quality as the trail on the west side, but at least you have a crosswalk there to cross safely.
Well, it's at this point here where this nice, well-maintained paved trail comes to an end. It does not continue any further, although we have to go further. So it looks like we're going to have to cross this street here, and then there is a non-paved trail that should take us the rest of the way into these 2 areas here. So let's check that out. All right, so we've arrived at a problem. So we're at the intersection of Illinois Route 50, Cicero Avenue, and US Route 6, which is 159th Street. It looks like in order to access this bigger loop here, all I have to do is cross over there, and you could see the Cook County Forest Preserve sign over here. But there is this little loop over here, the Oak Forest Heritage Preserve. Now, when I mapped this in satellite view on all trails, I assumed that this was a road that I'd be able to just ride down in order to connect to this trail system here. The fence and the keep out sign are definitely keeping me away. According to the sign, I can barely see over this way. It says it's the Oak Forest Hospital of Cook County. It looks like that this area is no longer in use. I saw a ton of demolition and a large variety of Cook County Sheriff vehicles that were just sitting here. So I'm not sure exactly what this area here is used for. But what I do know now is I'm not going to be able to go down this way over here because of the fence. So I'm going to do this loop over here and see if there's any way that I could come across this street here to get into this loop system. So let's see if I could access it. All right, so pulling down that little side trail, we make our way to another parking lot here. As you can see, they do have a sheltered picnic area, a bunch of garbage cans. There is a porta potty up that way. All right, so we've made it to another one of the parking lots here at Midlothian Meadow. I was looking to see if there was a way we could get to the loop over here at Oak Forest Heritage Preserve, because obviously we can't cut through any of this Oak Forest Health Center area like I originally thought we'd be able to. So it looks like, according to satellite view, if I just go out to the street, which is right over here, there is a side trail. We'd have to cross 159th, and it looks like the trail continues basically all the way to where we get to this road, where we may have access to the trail right here, and then we could do the loop and then make our way back and then get right back to this point over here. So let's see if we could do that.
The Cook County Forest Preserve website has two different versions of the map, a web map and a PDF map. I was looking at the PDF version when planning this ride. According to that map, Midlothian Meadows and Oak Forest Heritage Preserve are not connected. Switch to the web map and you will see there's a new red trail that connects Midlothian Meadows to Oak Forest Heritage Preserve. That's what I'm about to take. So just keep in mind that the web map is going to be more up to date than the PDF maps.
All right, so it definitely looks like you can make it here to Oak Forest Heritage Preserve from Midlothian Meadow. This little side trail we just cut across isn't even on the satellite view according to all trails. According to the satellite view, we just cut through the grass, so be aware that you don't have to continue to go down and cut through over here. You have access by the side trail, which takes you right here, which is great. So what we're going to do here is check out the little trails that we can. We're not going to do any of this because although I'm curious to see how they block us from getting into the health center property here. I imagine there's just a big fence here. So we won't be going out that way, but what we will do is head back across this way to get back onto the trail to finish this loop and then start making our way back, because the only thing we have left to do after we're done with this would be where we saw the horses earlier, and then I'm gonna have to make it back to the car, pack up the bike, and then head down here to do this little loop over here that's part of the trail system. When I was researching these routes on all trails in satellite view, this is where I thought that I'd be able to gain access to this trail. So just be aware that you're not going to be able to. It looks like this entire area is in fact closed off. I see a bunch of cars in here and a lot of them on the other side were like Cook County Sheriff mobiles. So I'm not exactly sure what this area is used for now. I did see some demolition on the other side, but I haven't seen anything to indicate there's demolition going on this side. All right, so we've made it to another trail intersection here. It looks like that there is a trail that cuts right through the middle and back. We did see it on the other side. So what we're gonna do is just go to the end, turn around, come back, and then finish off this loop, and then make our way back to this Midlothian Meadows area over here. You know, after riding all of the Lake County Forest Preserves that have bike trails, I'm sort of spoiled by the amount of like overlooks and little places you could pull over, and a lot of them have signage. This is one of those rare Cook County Forest Preserves that I've come across thus far that has multiple of those, because you can see the one back there that we just passed by that gentleman with his dog, and then there's the one we passed earlier that I took a picture of. It's nice that they have some places to pull over, and they have some benches, they have some signage. Hopefully they have a good view. That's something I have not seen a whole heck of a lot of in Cook County Forest Preserve, so that's really nice.
According to the Cook County Forest Preserve map, there's supposed to be a trail here. It's not there, so I turn around.
All right, so we made our way back to Midlothian Meadow here. Be aware that obviously you saw we did the loop previously, or we have done most of it. This parking lot goes all the way around. So in here, you will find multiple places to park, porta potties, picnic tables, sheltered picnic areas. So this entire area connects back to the trail as multiple entrances, but just be aware that this whole area here goes all the way down and reconnects with the trail. So I will say that this area here, very nice, very worth checking out. If you are in the area, definitely check this area out. You won't be able to cut through the hospital, but I will change the map on my end here for you guys, so you can at least see how to get from this system here over to this system over here. But as of now, we're just going to close out this loop and start making our way back towards the car, and then check out this area over here. As always, when given an opportunity, let's take a moment to recognize Old Glory, waving in the breeze, as she should.
Did you know that the Oak Forest Hospital of Cook County is a defunct 600-plus bed hospital located in South Suburban Oak Forest, Illinois? It specialized in long-term care, ventilator care, chronic disease, and rehabilitation services. The buildings on the 153-acre campus are in the process of being demolished. The demolition began in late 2023, and the demolition project is scheduled to be completed in 2027.
All right, so the last segment before we head back to the car to grab that completely disconnected segment down here is the one we passed over because there was a bunch of horses headed down this way. So we've done all the loops. If you're in the area, I'd say that these loops here are definitely worth checking out. They're paved, mostly smooth. There's definitely some spots that they could fix, but otherwise definitely passable. So now we're gonna do this segment here. Looks like there's a little loop, make our way back. I don't see a name of this body of water. Oh, here it is. It's the Midlothian Creek Detention Reservoir. So it looks like we're going to get pretty close to that and then make our way right back to where we are. All right, so we made it to the loop here. Looks like if I want to do the loop, it's going to be going straight and all the way around and come back up this way. I'm not exactly sure what's this way, but I do know that it's not on the All Trails map, so we're just going to follow the standard loop here and then backtrack back to the paved trail. All right, so we made it out of that trail without issue. As you saw, we ran into horses. It looks like to me that there may be a spot somewhere around here that will give you horse rides or rent horses or something like that. So actually, that's something, after leaving this loop here, I'm interested in actually doing this loop again with a horse. Do any of you guys have horses and you are in the area? Let me know in the comments below. That's something I would definitely be interested in trying out. At this point, we're gonna make our way back to the car and then relocate a little south and see if we can get this one that's like just about 3 miles, that loop done also. All right, so we made it back to the car. According to the bike, it's 22.6 miles. According to All Trails, 22.44 miles. So at this point, I'm going to pack up the bike, get it back on the bike rack here, and then head to that other loop that's a little south from here.
It's intermission time, folks. So hurry, hurry, hurry. Step right over to our refreshment center for the most extravagant array of refreshment goodies ever assembled under one roof. Enjoy breathtaking, mouth-watering goodies. Everything from a snack to a delicious full meal. At our refreshment center, you'll find a large variety of goodies to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, or your sweet tooth. So hurry, hurry, hurry. Visit our refreshment center now. And now, on with the show.
Welcome to the Flossmoor Road bicycle lot. So as you saw on the car ride, not incredibly far away, we have made our way down to Flossmoor Road here on the Tinley Creek Trail system. We are right here at Flossmoor Road. What we're going to do is just follow the loop for 3.6 miles, make our way back. So this loop shares the map here with all of these other trails, unfortunately, instead of just showcasing the area around us here. But as you could see, basically the furthest we were able to go south was like this intersection right here. And while it definitely looks like these are all Cook County Forest Preserves, it's not connected in any way, so it would be really nice if they grabbed it from here and then made a trail that connected all the way into this, and then you could do the loop. Then it would be a really nice trail system. But as it is now, if you want to access it, it's not an incredibly far car ride here. So the trail is here. You can see it's paved. It actually, from this vantage point, looks like to be in pretty good shape here. So let's check this out.
And that does it for the remainder of the Tinley Creek Trail system. I was able to get a total of 26.6 miles out of this section. If you add in the mileage from the first ride, you're getting really close to a 50-mile ride. If you're going to ride this ride, make sure to check out Midlothian Meadows and Oak Forest Heritage Preserve. While they're a little out of the way, at least they're connected by trail. As far as that disconnected section goes, the Vollmer Road Grove Black Loop is definitely worth a ride, though it is very unfortunate that it's not connected to the main trail system. One of the best things about this area is you have a lot of different trail options. If you're looking for a big paved loop, head to Tinley Creek. If you're looking for some more adventure, head to Sag Valley. And let's not forget about the Cal Sag Trail, the Centennial Trail, the John Hussar I&M Canal Trail, and Waterfall Glen. Let me know what you think of the trails in the comments below. If you are familiar with this area and you know of somewhere I should check out the next time I'm there, definitely let me know. As always, if you enjoy this content, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. It definitely helps the channel grow. If you are interested in supporting this channel and helping us get to more trails, please consider a super thanks. And that's all I got today from the Tinley Creek Forest Preserve. I'll catch you on the next ride. Do you have a trail recommendation for me? Let me know in the comments below.